Alright guys, my cell phone says I have 7 minutes to make my point, because I've made a few videos tonight, and I want to make it. I am issuing a challenge. I'm going to specifically issue it to 3 channels. Well, kind of 4, but I would like to issue this out to my newest subscriber, Jordan Jeidenberg. I'm sure I said that wrong, but you know who you are, my lovely, lovely friend out in Sweden. Uncle Al, Bullfrog 79, and Harshman Hills. And on a lesser degree, Hooples, just because I love giving you shout outs, buddy. But I would like to hear your group politics. Here I sit in the complex, greatly in need of cleaning, fixing, completing, as I'm sure all of you can pick on me for, but, well, I work for a living, guys. And if you ever wonder, those blue tanks over there, I got them in a deal. They are actually originally Halon suppression system tanks that I use, well, I did use and I will use again as backup compressor tanks, but they were originally Halon compression or Halon suppression system tanks for a factory. Halon's nasty stuff, children. It's for electrical fires where you can't burn out your computer equipment. But anyways, what I ask is your group politics. Uncle Al, you made a wonderful video where you're talking about your bunker situations and stuff like that. And I mentioned a little bit tyrannical for me to your, I would love to make a link. Don't know how to do that. Not technologically inclined. Maybe one day I will be. To Uncle Al's video where he talks about his group and he says, this is how it's going to be. I would love to hear other people's views as to how they will run their group, or they will allow the group that they are involved in to run. By what I mean is, for instance, in my group, we've had some issues, and it became very apparent as to how things had to go. Very non-democratic, because stuff wasn't getting done in a democratic fashion. It's not something I really agree with, but in all honesty, some ways democracy isn't the option, because let's be honest, if there's 7 wolves at the table and 2 sheep, what's for dinner is always going to be voted as the 2 sheep. So democracy is always not the issue, always not the answer, but it is something to think about. Yeah, I put my bar back in if anyone watched the last video. But what it comes down to is I'd just really like to know your guys' views as to how you really think your group's going to run. How I think my group's going to run under various situations varies completely. In one situation, I know it'll run this way. In another, I know it'll run this way. In other situations, I don't know if it'll run. Just scary for me to say, but it's something for you all to think about. Let's be honest. No matter, we're all preppers. We don't like giving up power. We don't like not knowing things. We don't like not being in control. But that's going to happen. It's bound to happen. It's going to happen. It's just the way of the world. And it is, well, that's what keeps life interesting, as long as we don't know what's going to happen. But, for instance, Harshman Hills, I know you have a family. Would love to see them more in your videos. Maybe you don't show them for a reason, which I totally understand. I don't show my face. I just don't want to. I don't want to scare off the few subscribers I have. But Harshman, you've got a little retreat property. You're building it up. Tell me, how would you run it? Would it be dictator? Would it be, it's my land, you do as I say? You know, would it be, oh, well, you know better on this. How would you run it? Uncle Al, you did do a wonderful video on that. But I'd love you to get more in depth into some of the political aspects of it. Because as much as we would like to say, oh, everyone's just going to pull together, they're not. It's horrible to say, but they're not. Sometimes people are going to need a soft hand pushing them. Sometimes people are going to need a firm hand grabbing them. And as I say, some of you have watched earlier videos, you would understand why this is one thing that really hits me to heart. I've been dealing with some of my own issues with my own group. How do you set things up when you say, hey, you're all coming to my place, but I want to run it democratically, but you got to do something. So this is kind of a video saying, hey, I need your guys' help because I don't have the answers. And in all honesty, if anyone out there says they have the answers, run away fast because no one has the answers. But a few questions, a few comments would really help. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you're all safe. Hope you're all having a good time. Hope you're all prepped. Have a good night, guys. Bye.